live trading, pre-market day trading shows. All right. Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Turnaround Tuesday. Had that big blood moon. Let's see if the full moon helps us out. I got this pick from Mr. Wage last night. I mean, looks to me like it's going to be a giant hammer candle moon. Or it's doomsday and we're going to gap into this resistance and then get crushed with a giant bearish engulfing candle. I mean, I think it's good. We had a consolidation yesterday. And we're gapping up. That's cool. I think we could have a little bit of follow through. It is a retest gap on the SPY, so I do think we could retest a little bit. The Qs, though, the Qs is a gap and go. The question is, will it gap and go or will it gap and crap? Because bullish gap and go's been a little weak. But yeah, nice 2-day. I mean, those of you that have been in my mentor groups know this is one of my favorite patterns. Preferably in a bullish trend, but 2-day pennant pattern and then a gap. I think that looks good. Delta will be live. Roblo will not. Tesla. Today will be very. See, here's the other thing on Tesla. It's not clearing the handle from yesterday. Tesla will be very key to watch. Tesla needs to go up much more than the markets today because it went down much more than the markets yesterday. So it needs to have a really good day today. Otherwise, that's just still looks a little weak. Apple, that looks like a good gap. Nvidia, that looks like a good gap. And then AMD, I bet, is actually not as good. Like Morgan Gabriel, Paul. Here's Wally World, got crushed. I think it's interesting. So Wally World gapping down pretty. I mean, this is a huge gap for Walmart. I'm actually going to look to fade this, but yeah, Walmart with a huge gap down. I think they overbought inventory or something, and then Home Depot gapping up. I think that shows you, they cater to kind of like two different customers. Inflation hurting the lower income folks even more. I think that shows you some of the pain that the consumer is taking. Not saying all people that go to Walmart are low income or anything, but they have they do have more of that customer base than a Home Depot. Oxy gapping up again. I mean, just yeah, it's rolling. A DWAC. I think DWAC will be an interesting watch today. Now, how friggin' crazy is it going to be if Elon ends up mentioning something about going to DWAC? Remember that tinfoil conspiracy theory a couple weeks ago? I would watch DWAC. Twitter just continuing to get hammered. I mean, I don't see why this thing wouldn't continue lower if that deal's not going to go through. But yeah, it's looking a little rough for Twitter out there. Target's getting hit in sympathy with Walmart, although not very much. Already recovering. I went ex dividend today too. So it's got earnings next couple days sometime. So I don't really see a whole I wouldn't trade that one, I don't think. Yeah, I would look to fade Walmart. If it's gapping down on this purple line, I'd probably just buy some pre-market, but I'd wait for a setup on it. Home Depot, it is gapping up into not quite the 50. I'd see if it can hit the 50. You can trade it bullish into the 50 or wait till it hits the 50 and short it. Some of the Chinese stocks are gapping up a little bit. Although they're gapping into the like a lot of these retest gaps. Shanghai's been shut down for like a month, maybe more than a month at this point. But they're saying, oh, we got back to zero COVID. As if anyone really believes that. But they're gapping up a bit. Could be a double bottom, maybe. I mean, it filled this gap. Maybe it's something like this. But I'd probably look to short it. It trades back up into there. No, I haven't seen that, Ron. They kind of all look the same. Intel. Nah. Not really anything exciting on Intel, I don't think. I mean, it's down there, that's for sure. Kroger getting hit a little bit on Walmart, plus Buffett trimmed it last quarter. Although, you know what's funny? Unless Buffett trimmed it like, oh, actually, no. Wait. Yeah, unless Buffett trimmed it at the end of March, which he probably did. Yeah, quarter one goes all the way through March. So hopefully he trimmed it up there and not down here because he trimmed it last week or last quarter. More than that, 13F. What's up with Disney? It's just hanging out. I like this hammer candle off of this old support. And it's off of the big round grandma number 100. The reason we call those grandma numbers, nothing against grandma, but you know, if grandma tells you or tells her stockbroker or grandpa, either way, grand person in today's society, they'll say, "Hey, buy it at 100." You know, they buy it at a big round number of 100, and this thing wicked through to 99.47. Nice volume, nice hammer candle. So yeah, I actually like Disney down here. I bought a few more shares. Bought a few more shares. Here's Costco. Not really doing a whole lot. Costco offers the only a real stable coin. Lab U. I don't know. This thing looks pretty bad. This is one of those 3X. Here's the problem with 3X and like why you can't hold these things. Like, oh yeah, this run was like really great, right? You're holding this in your long-term account and you're up like 1,300%. Well, now since it's a 3X on the way down, you know, you just lost 98%. So no doomsday today. Yeah, I'd probably avoid that one. Sea Global, it's at the bottom of the Mariana Trench and trying to climb out a little bit, see how it interacts with the 20. Not very much room to the 20, so I don't really think you'll get a whole lot on it. I'd wait and see how it interacts with the 20. Otherwise, the first time this hits the 50, I mean, you could probably just blind short it. Because the first time this hits the 50, it's highly likely it's going to get rejected. Did it hit it right here? Almost. I think you could buy the dip on this one. You could try it out, see how you know where your stop needs to be down here. But huge gap down, wicks below it, and then rallies. I think that's a little bit of capitulation. I'm not going all in on these things. They're like, oh, I'm going to buy them long term. Going back to the moon. No, but I think there's some tradable bottoms you can try. I wouldn't try all of them, but you can try a couple of these. Wheaton, precious metals. Not really. I guess if you want to try to buy it down here, if it retraces back up into the moving averages, but I just steer clear of this one. Not a huge fan. I already looked at JD. I'd sell the rip. NFLX. I think this one's probably going to go lower. Probably going to rotate and go lower. Jumanji. I mean, the poor kid is still trapped in Jumanji. I mean, someone needs to roll doubles to get this guy out of here. But I would, I would probably just leave this one alone. CVX, it looks good. It is. Just keep in mind, it is like a 1, 2, 3. It'll be 4 bullish days in a row, gapping into an all-time high. That's the only thing on that. But CL1 bang. You have oil trying to continue a little bit higher. Yeah, Home Depot is gapping up. I think it could run a little bit into the 50. I don't know. There might be a little bit of room depending on how it opens to try to day trade it up there. But at the 50, I think it probably hits strong resistance. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with playing some things bullish. Just don't expect them to like do something like this. I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah, good morning, Vin man. Micron, that actually looks kind of cute. Gap and go inside day. Yesterday, gapping above. Watch Micron. I actually like Nvidia a little bit better. Although that weekly 100's right there. I like these little 2-day pennant patterns. Nice morning star reversal. Already extremely oversold. Is this manpower? Monolithic power? No trades pre-market in a ginormous pennant pattern. Looks sideways to me. Waters Corporation, no trades pre-market. Looks very sideways. I don't really see anything on this one, on either of these. Just accumulating shares. Well, this doesn't pay a dividend, so I was gonna say if you accumulate and collect the dividend, I don't know, some type of neutral strategy, iron condors or something. Yeah, MU is above the 10 and the 20 already. That's correct. It just seems like it is into a lot more chop. Price action to the left. And I look at this monthly and I'm like, this is a freaking double top at the 2000 bubble high. Granted, we're still pretty, well, not early, but we're halfway through May. But if we end like this and we take this out on a monthly, you can probably just short that on a monthly. Look at that. If someone bought the high in 2000, they got their money back 22 years later. It's a long wait. Can you imagine? No, no, I can't. Good break even play. Very nice. With inflation, they lost money. Okay, George, Debbie Downer. DG, small gap down into some support. Nah, I already see a lot on this. Dollar Tree, aka the $1.25 tree. It's a nice little controlled pullback here. When this thing gaps up, maybe it doesn't on earnings. I think this thing's gonna run again. As long as they don't have crappy earnings. Oh, bros. Yeah, you asked about that earlier. Sorry. Bros, this is how I would play it. This is how I would do it. Throw some limit buys down there. Stop below Thomas Jefferson. Or wait, Andrew Jackson. I forgot who's on the 20. Jefferson, right? Jackson. Yeah. Throw your stop below Andrew Jackson and you're good to go. Hopefully. Is Starbucks bouncing yet? This thing is just getting absolutely creamed. Dan likes Tesla. I don't know, Dan. Tesla hasn't really been. Yesterday, it performed very weak relative to the market. On extended hours, still looks kind of weak. Apple, yeah, looks like a good gap. People losing their retirement, aka pile of tears, aka ocean of tears. Man, if this thing is gapping above yesterday's high, that would look great. But yeah, I don't trade inside days really. So if it's something's an inside day, like yeah, I just wouldn't trade it. Some of you are better at those things than me. Data dog, Delta. Yeah, Delta looks like a good gap. It is gapping in the long terms. Pelothian. I've been getting spammed with Pelothian advertising. Similar to what was that other one with this little candle? I think it was Pile of Tears. You can get over yesterday's high on Pile of Tears. I am holding some Pile of Tears. Josh got some Pile of Tears with me. Dan's in some Pile of Tears that we bought on that hopefully capitulatory bottom. Oh, we will see. Jack says Robert's so used to only having hundreds in his wallet, he forgot who's on the 20. Yeah, the only one I care about is Benjamin Franklin. It's all about the Benjamins, baby. Yeah, I like Apple. Michael Burry was shorting Apple in Q1. Everyone's like, he's shorting it now. I mean, he could already be out. He probably covered over here because he shorted it in Q1. So he was short somewhere between here and here. So, I mean, he could have covered into these, could have covered into this. It's not like he just went short. He's already been short. Isn't that how they say it in Alabama, Justin? William McKinley is on the 500. And who's on the 1,000? Is it like Chester MacArthur? Grover Cleveland. Look at Dan. Dan's got all them $1,000 bills. Dan probably can name. He's one of those kids that could name all the presidents. Can you name all the presidents, Dan? Oh, look at him. He's like Wikipedia. Who's on the $1 trillion coin? Jerome Powell. Powell's printer. Yeah, he's got to come out with a new one. It's a vacuum cleaner. Suck up all the money. Still liking Walmart for a fade. Yeah. I mean, I would need to see a pattern, but yeah, this is a huge gap on Walmart. Yep, I will be watching the Wally of Worlds. Apple's really nice. Only thing with Apple is it already retested yesterday's high pre-market. I don't know if it's going to do it again. Ron says some guy here tried to use a counterfeit $1 million bill at Walmart. I want to see like hammer candles, double bottoms, those kinds of things, Thomas. Probably a slip through 137 and a reversal. Or if we come down to 136, I might just limit buy it there with like a stop down here. Monopoly teaches people a very basic thing about money. The bank cannot run out of money. It will print more. Monopoly rule about bank runs out of money. You can just take scraps of paper or see, they just print. Boom. All you needed to know. Yeah, you just
Aha. Money printer go
like real life. I need to reverse that and money printer go. Yeah, vacuum cleaner. Al's got to suck up all that money now. All right, so Delta's gapping up, but it's gapping up in the long-term moving averages. Apple looks good. Nvidia looks good. Tesla's an inside day, so I won't play that one. Roblo, AMD maybe. Did get a nice covered call off for June on AMD. Yeah, and then you got the kid, the video of the kid playing Monopoly that says, he was crying like the worst part of the game. You're like, what? And he says, taxes. All you need for life is Monopoly. Monopoly is just like just buy every house you can. Michael, you have permission to trade bullish on Apple, Nvidia, and maybe AMD today. It hits the 50 though. I'd start looking to short it. Okay. This over here. Got those swing trades in. I threw those in the swing trade room last night. All right, YouTube. See y'all later. Thanks for hanging out. Good luck today.